Good evening. My name is Nate Abbott. I have a little company called Abbott Business Networks here in central New Hampshire, and I do IT support for businesses, small businesses. I've done this for about 20 years. Allows me to be independent and live my own life and enjoy it. Um, so today, I've worked all weekend because on Friday a major hack occurred around the world. We understand a few things about the attack. Uh, Many of you may have heard of ransomware. Ransomware is a serious problem in our business because it actually costs people real hard money one way or another to get back in business. Um, uh, Malware, as we like to call the broad category of viruses and hacks and unwanted software on your computer, has been expensive um, to everyone who's encountered it in terms of their lost time and productivity. But ransomware requires uh, users to actually pay to get their files unlocked. The bad software locks up your files, and you have to pay someone, an anonymous person, through anonymous means to get it unlocked. And uh, this works much of the time, but it's a very slippery slope. And my recommendation is don't pay the money. Any way you can avoid it, don't pay the money. You don't know who's on the other end. You're finding very bad things, and they're very likely to come back after you. So if you're not equipped to be completely defended after you pay them, they may lock up your files again and ask for more money. Um, and I've actually seen ransomware um, uh, leave text files that explain they were doing you a favor because you weren't you weren't doing a good job of protecting your data, so you needed to pay them to understand how bad you were doing. So anyway, good to know everybody's got a good sense of humor about this problem. It's actually pretty massive and difficult, and it makes a job that I took up 30 years ago um, because I kind of believed in it. Much more difficult to feel good about. Uh, I find that I'm in the position of having to go to my clients and say, it's much more difficult for me to ensure that you're protected from threats on the internet. So you're going to have to pay me more money because I have to do more to protect you. And the good products that protect you cost more. And they cost more because they're proven to be effective. And the companies that make them know that they can charge more because they're more valuable. Uh, but it makes me into a gangster, just like the people who are locking up the ransomware. I'm an extortionist too. I'm saying you're going to get, you know, you're going to get compromised unless you have someone like me come and help you. And but the sad fact of the matter is, it's true. I don't like to be in this position, and it's occurred to me that the controversy over the most recent attack, the one that's attacked hundreds of thousands of institutions across Europe and Russia, and would be hit many places in the United States, but would have hit more had a security researcher not simply deduced that if he registered a domain that was uh, left in the source code of the or in the code of the attack, that he could simply publish a website on that domain and stop the attack. It's called a kind of a kill switch, and we all owe him a beer. He's owed about 2.5 million beers, I would say, at this point. So hope he is able to collect. Um, it's probably why some of my clients, well, what I've been doing this weekend is making sure that all of the servers of my contract clients have the requisite patch um, from Microsoft that protects against this specific attack. And that's actually the most dispiriting thing about the whole event, is that as we understand it, the tool that facilitated this attack was leaked from the NSA. It was probably stolen from the NSA. Someone got it out, and weaponized it along with other tools. If you don't know anything about the worldwide conspiracy to compromise your computer, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of players. They operate in a marketplace. It's from gray to black, and it's mostly black, meaning illegal. And the idea is to get free money from people. And so they got this piece from the NSA that was kind of choice in that it had existed for a time, and Microsoft had not closed the means of access to their servers that had been uncovered, a security hole. So these attackers weaponized this component from the NSA, and anyone who wasn't really current with their Microsoft server updates as of March, you needed to have the March security roll-up. There's a quality Microsoft security quality roll-up. I mean, I may not have that in the right order, but they come out monthly, and it's the new means of updating servers. And this is down in the weeds, but it's a piece of the job that we do, is make sure that our servers have those updates every month. And believe it or not, there's a lot of things that can interrupt that process. And so one of the things we get paid to do is make sure that it gets done. And I've been spending this entire weekend going through all the servers that I protect and making sure that they all have those updates. And indeed, most of them did. A couple didn't for various reasons, faults, occasions that interrupted the update process, and I had to kind of manually intervene and bring them up to date. And I'm reporting to all of my customers that I do this with. And that's what I'm doing this weekend. So there's implications of how this situation arises. And I would like for everyone who writes and thinks about this issue to wonder a little bit how we are in a position where most of us in the world use a software operating system that is quite a profitable and excellent platform for everyone who's engaged in it, not just Microsoft, and how we use this platform and tolerate a situation where several 100,000 people can hold any of us for ransom when they have the wherewithal to find the means. I don't think that should be possible in 2017. I'm finally going to get my flying car pretty soon, it looks like. Let's have secure computing for everybody on all platforms. And it's an engineering effort. It can be done, okay? So I'm just calling out, let's give me my weekends back. I've got better things to do. There's lots of interesting things to do with computers. This is not one of them. All right. So that's the end of my my blog for the day. Hope you all had a good weekend and have a good week. It's going to get warm in the Northeast finally. All right. Take care. Good night.